This is Joseph Drust, and welcome back to another episode of Ask ZBrush. So we had a question sent in asking, how can I use the split screen mode? So to start off, I just have ZBrush loaded up, and I have some scan data here of the winged victory of Samothrace. And the question is asking about using the split screen mode. So the split screen mode inside of ZBrush allows you to isolate the selected subtool from other subtools, giving you the ability to use reference meshes when sculpting. This mode is great for practicing sculpting anatomy or mimicking sculptural surfaces on different models. So with the winged victory here, let's say I want to practice sculpting wings. So I've loaded this scan data in, and I now want to use this as reference. So in my tool palette over here, I have the wing that I started. This is going to be some Sculptress Pro practice here, so sculpting the feathers on the wing here. And while I was doing this, I wanted to reference that scan data. So what I could do is I could take the scan data, I could then generate some 2D images and then load those into Spotlight. And then while those are in Spotlight, I could look at those while sculpting on the wing. However, if they are just 2D images, let's say I'm sculpting on my wing and I want to see what this angle looks like. If I didn't have that area depicted in those 2D images, I would need to go back to that scan data, generate some new images, and then throw those back in Spotlight. So instead of doing that process of trying to get all the angles in 2D images, what I can do now is use the split screen feature. So I'm going to navigate back to the tool palette, and I'm going to select my original wing here. And now I want to go to the subtool palette, and I just want to append the scan data to this file. So I'm going to click on the append option here, and I'm going to select the winged victory, and that is now going to append the scan data there as a second subtool in my scene. Now you'll notice after I appended this that the scan data is quite a bit smaller than the wing I was sculpting. And it also appears to be rotated a little. So what I want to do is I want to take this scan data and I want to scale it up and try to get its orientation to match as close as possible to the model I'm sculpting on. So I'm going to switch to the move mode at the top here, and I'm just going to scale this up with the Gizmo 3D and then rotate this a little bit. And I just want to try to get the angle and the size of these two to be very close. So try to get them to match as close as possible. So that is pretty good there. Now, after I have my subtools set up like this, I now want to activate split screen mode. Now, split screen mode can be found in the transform palette, and then there is a slider here labeled split screen. Now, when you activate split screen mode, what split screen mode is going to do, it's going to look at the subtool you have selected, and it's going to place it on one side of the screen. Then it's going to take any other subtools with their eyeball icon turned on and place it on the opposite side. So if I go back to the transform palette here and I activate split screen mode by changing this to 1, you'll see I now have a division happening in the middle of my canvas. And if I move over here, you'll see on this side of the screen, I have the subtool that I have selected. And on the other side of the screen, any subtools that have their eyeball icons turned on will be displayed. So with this example, I have two subtools. So on this side, I have the wing that I'm sculpting on, and on this side, I have that scan data. Now, one thing nice when using split screen mode is you'll see that the subtools are going to follow each other. So if I zoom into the wing here to sculpt some of these details out, the reference or any subtool that has their eyeball icon turned on will follow. So if I start navigating to the back of the wing here, you'll see that my reference is going to go with it. So this is extremely handy, especially if practicing, say, anatomy or getting different sculptural effects on your models. You can load in reference as a separate subtool and then have it be viewed in real time as you sculpt. So instead of using just 2D images, you can now navigate through your scene, populating one side with a 3D reference, allowing you more flexibility as you practice sculpting details on your models. So to recap this process again, I'm just going to first come up with the transform palette here, and let's just turn split screen off. And then I'm going to go into Lightbox here quick, and I'm just going to grab the demo soldier. Just load him in here. And with the demo soldier here, we're going to activate split screen with this model, which contains multiple subtools. So when I come back to the transform palette and I turn split screen on, you'll see on the one side of the canvas here, I have my selected subtool, and on the other side, I have any subtool that has the eyeball icon visible. So currently, all the demo soldier's clothes have the eyeball icons turned on, so I'm getting his outfit over here. If I do not want to see his shirt or his vest anymore, I can come over here and just turn off the eyeball icons, and you'll see they're going to vanish from the reference over here. And then let's say I want to sculpt on the shirt, so I can come over here and select that shirt. This is now the selected subtool, so it becomes the one that is visible on this side of the screen. You'll see that now the demo soldier appears over here because he is now a subtool that is not the selected one, but has the eyeball icon active. So you can use this with any tool inside of ZBrush that contains multiple subtools. The selected one will always appear on one side of the split screen view, and then any subtool that has its eyeball icon active will appear on the other side. The split screen slider, once again, is located in the transform palette, and that's just in the split screen area here. If you set this to 0, it'll turn split screen off. And if you change the value from 1 to 4, it'll just determine how the split screen is going to happen on your screen. So I hope that helps, and if you have any other questions related to ZBrush pipelines or processes, please use the hashtag AskZBrush on Twitter. Happy ZBrushing!